Christine Benz, Director of Personal Finance and Retirement Planning for Morningstar in Chicago. Thank you for joining us today.
The WBBM Noon Business Hour continues.
Valentine's Day shoppers are getting more bling for the buck as younger buyers embrace stylish, budget-friendly, lab-grown diamonds. Joining us to discuss the trend is Paul Zimnisky, independent diamond industry analyst in New York. Paul, thank you for joining us today. And the first thing we need to point out when we talk about lab-grown diamonds, this is not necessarily a new scientific process. Lab-grown diamonds have been around for a very long time, and they were initially developed with industrial applications.
Yeah, Rob. So just to be clear, they're human manufactured diamonds. They have the same physical properties as natural diamond, but there's no rarity component. You could actually make them rather inexpensively. The price has come down significantly the last 5 years. Just to give you an example, you could buy a decent quality 1-carat natural diamond for, it's going to set you back $5,000, but you could, find a similar quality lab-grown diamond for just a few $100s. And NPR actually did a piece on this last year on Planet Money, and they bought a 1-carat lab-grown diamond for just $137 on Alibaba. So it kind of gives you an idea of how inexpensive they've become.
Now, this is indeed a value play. As we said in the introduction, if you want to get more bling for your buck, a lab-grown diamond is the way to go. And if that is your chief concern, it checks all the boxes. But how do lab-grown diamonds stack up as an investment versus the genuine article?
Yeah, I think most people would prefer a natural diamond. Again, it's just a question of how much, are you willing to spend? And the people that are still buying natural diamonds are actually buying larger and larger stones. They're buying 3, 4, even 5-carat, certain fancy shapes like, elongated cushions. They're very hot at the moment, and they're trading at pretty big premiums. And these are diamonds that sell for, tens of thousands of dollars. So the people that are buying natural diamonds are actually buying bigger, more expensive stones. It's the smaller, lower quality natural diamonds that's really losing share to the man-made product.
And then how does the natural diamond market work? I mean, how is the price set? Is it determined by just the number of diamonds in circulation, or is it just determined by how many new diamonds are being found in the earth on a yearly basis?
Yeah, so it's a supply-demand. I mean, it was a monopoly 25, 30 years ago. Now it's basically driven by market forces. I mean, it's a non-renewable natural resource. It's really expensive to find new diamond deposits. It's complicated to mine them. There's mining in the Canadian Arctic. It's minus 40 degrees there right now. Same with Siberia. So they are limited, especially with the larger, higher quality versions, and that's ultimately what impacts the price.
Now, if you go into a jewelry store, whether it's a big chain or the local jewelry store in your town, or if you go to, let's say, like a diamond district in New York or in Chicago, are you more likely to find real diamonds, or will these stores have a supply of lab-grown diamonds on hand for you?
So the higher end, like traditional luxury houses, the Tiffany's, the Cartiers, the Van Cleefs, they strictly only sell natural gemstones. It's going to be like the lower and the medium tier retailers that will probably offer, a lab-grown diamond option.
And then lastly, if you're looking for an investment grade diamond, but you also want to save a little money along the way, can you go the secondhand route, or are they basically subject to the same market forces that you would find for a new diamond at a store?
Yeah, I mean, Taylor Swift, her engagement ring was actually a vintage diamond, and they're quite hot at the moment. A lot of the old vintage stones have actually been recut. So if you want something with like an original hand-cut stone, they're actually becoming quite rare, and they actually are becoming collectible and investment pieces, but they're getting harder and harder to find.
Okay, note to self, write a song called Shake It Off, and then maybe I can jump into this market. Paul Zimnisky, independent diamond industry analyst based in New York. Thank you for joining us today.